Hello everyone, I'm Kevin and today's topic is in detail. The State Department has just released the August 2026 Visa Bulletin, and this one is a big deal for family-based green card applicants. In a recent development, several family-sponsored categories saw some of the largest jumps we have seen all year, while employment-based visas barely moved at all. Thousands of families with pending I-130 petitions could suddenly find themselves months, or even years, closer to a green card. So who exactly benefits from these changes, and why is the government pushing so hard right now with only 2 months left in the fiscal year? If you are interested in this topic and liking this video, please stay tuned until end of the video. If you are liking this video, please hit the bell button, subscribe, and like it so that you may get updates straight to your smartphone. Now let's get into the video. Let's take a closer look at what actually happened. Every month, the Department of State, or DOS, publishes the Visa Bulletin, which tells applicants 2 important things. The first is the final action date, which is the date that determines when a green card can actually be approved and issued. The second is the dates for filing chart, which tells applicants when they are allowed to submit their paperwork, even if a visa is not fully available yet. For August 2026, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services (USCIS) confirmed that family-sponsored applicants must use the dates for filing chart, while employment-based applicants must use the final action dates chart. According to sources, this bulletin represents one of the strongest months of movement for family categories in recent memory. Here's what you need to know about the numbers. The F2A category, which covers spouses and unmarried children of green card holders, saw the single largest advance in the entire bulletin. The final action date jumped from January of 2025 all the way to July 22, 2026 for almost every country in the world. For Mexico specifically, the date moved from January of 2024 to July of 2025. That is a massive leap in just 1 month, and it means a lot of spouses and kids of permanent residents are now much closer to actually receiving their green card. But F2A was not the only winner. The F1 category, covering unmarried adult sons and daughters of United States citizens, advanced from February 1, 2018 to December 15, 2018, for most countries. Mexico moved slightly from November 8, 2007 to December 1, 2007, while the Philippines stayed frozen at May 1, 2013. The F2B category for unmarried adult sons and daughters of green card holders moved from November 22, 2017 to January 1, 2018 for most of the world, with the Philippines advancing to June 1, 2013. Mexico, however, did not move in this category and remained at February 15, 2009. Meanwhile, F3, which covers married sons and daughters of citizens, advanced modestly to May 15, 2012, for most countries, and F4, the category for siblings of adult citizens, jumped from January of 2009 to September of 2009 for most of the world, though India, Mexico, and the Philippines did not see any change there. Now, who exactly does this affect? Immigration experts note that this bulletin is good news for a wide range of people. The following groups should be paying close attention. Spouses and children of green card holders currently waiting under F2A. Adult unmarried children of United States citizens filed under F1. Adult unmarried children of permanent residents under F2B. Married sons and daughters of citizens under F3, and siblings of United States citizens under F4. As a family petitioner or beneficiary in one of these categories, this situation might feel like a sudden and welcome surprise after years of watching your priority date barely move. However, before jumping to conclusions, it is worth understanding why this is happening. Officials argue that the Department of State is trying to use up as many available family-sponsored visa numbers as possible before the fiscal year ends on September 30th. The fiscal year 2026 limit for family-sponsored preference immigrants sits at 226,000 visas nationwide, and if that number is not fully used by the end of September, those visa numbers are essentially lost. Reports suggest that visa issuance from certain countries has slowed down due to administration actions affecting immigrant visa processing overseas, which has actually freed up more numbers for other applicants to use. That is part of the reason we are seeing such an aggressive push forward in the family categories this month. Despite these gains, the dates for filing chart also moved forward in several categories, giving even more applicants the chance to submit their paperwork early. F1 filing dates advanced from January 1, 2019 to June 15, 2019 for most countries. F2B filing dates jumped from June 8, 2018 all the way to January 1, 2019. F3 filing dates moved to March 1, 2013, and F4 filing dates advanced to June 22, 2010. The F2A filing chart, notably, remained current worldwide, which means eligible applicants in that category can file regardless of their priority date. While family-sponsored visas are surging ahead, employment-based categories are telling a very different story. EB1 for China advanced slightly, moving from June 1, 2023, to July 1, 2023, but EB1 for India remained stuck at October 15, 2022. Legal analysts suggest that if demand from Indian applicants keeps climbing, the EB1 category for India could become completely unavailable before the fiscal year ends. EB2 stayed unavailable for India for a second straight month, and advocacy groups warn that growing demand across the broader EB2 category could force even more retrogression in the months ahead. EB3 saw some forward movement for most countries, and EB4 and certain religious workers advanced about 1 month across the board. EB5 unreserved visas remained unavailable for India, though the EB5 set-aside categories including rural, high unemployment, and infrastructure investment visas stayed current worldwide. So what does all of this actually mean in practical terms for you? If you are in one of the family-sponsored categories that moved forward, this is genuinely good news, and it might be time to check with your immigration attorney about whether you can now file your adjustment of status application, Form I-485, or move forward with consular processing through the National Visa Center. Many families are also going to want to review their supporting documents now, including the I-864 Affidavit of Support related to public charge requirements, in case they get a request to submit their green card packet on short notice. On the other hand, if you are an employment-based applicant, particularly from India, the outlook remains challenging, and it remains to be seen whether categories like EB1 and EB2 will hold steady or move backward before October. What makes this bulletin different from a typical month is the sheer scale of movement packed into family categories all at once. The administration claims this reflects a genuine effort to fully use the visas Congress allocated for this fiscal year, rather than letting them go to waste. Critics, meanwhile, point out that the same aggressive processing push could just as easily reverse itself. The State Department itself has warned that categories could retrogress, meaning move backward or become completely unavailable if demand outpaces the remaining visa numbers before September 30th. In other words, this window of opportunity may not stay open for long, so acting quickly matters if your priority date is now current. To put this in perspective, with only about 2 months left in fiscal year 2026, everyone involved in the family immigration process, from petitioners to beneficiaries to immigration attorneys, is watching closely to see whether the Department of State can keep this pace going, or whether we will see categories pull back once new visa numbers become available in October at the start of the next fiscal year. That's all we have for this bulletin. The Immigration Update channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It is important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We will continue to provide all information about U.S. visitor visas such as B1 and B2, work visas such as L1A, L1B, and H1B, student visas, green cards, immigrant visas, EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5, and family immigrant visas. Thank you for visiting us today, and we'll see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to the channel for more U.S. immigration update videos.